It's pretty late, and I decided I wanted to do a video about Diablo related news, which is all the rumors circulating about Diablo 4 coming out, maybe announced this BlizzCon 2018. So, this is why I think it's going to be a disappointment if they announce it. We're going to look at it, and it's going to be it's probably going to be just like Diablo 3. Well, first talk about graphically. When you start up battle.net and you go on and you see all the listings of the games and all the playable games they have, uh, mostly their newer stuff: Overwatch, WoW, StarCraft 2, Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm, of course Diablo 3. There's a similarity in the graphics. It's, I hate to use this word, but cartoonish. It's bubbly, and I get what Blizzard is doing with that graphic style. It's, you're creating the the more of your games like that style that can be used on any old shitty computer. So I get it. The more people have access to these games that can handle their lower end computers, more money Blizzard is going to make. But with Diablo, you know, you know, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work with that style, that graphic style of that superhero-ish, cartoony, bubbly graphic style. It just did not work with Diablo 3. It was just felt very too much hero epic type thing, and that's not the essence of what Diablo is about. And so why I think it's going to be this next Diablo game is going to be such a disappointment is another step in that direction. And I just, in my opinion, I don't care for it. I don't think Blizzard can replicate the eeriness, that dark atmosphere of being alone and truly, loss of hope like Diablo and Diablo 2 had. Blizzard North, you know, Blizzard South isn't Blizzard North, and I just feel in my eyes that graphically this is going to be leading in more of Diablo 3 style graphics, and I'm not really impressed with that. Um, Going into another wide wells, that I don't think this is going to be. It's going to be another D3. Itemization. Never D3. They never figured that out. They never figured out itemization. You know, with you had very strict builds that was your go-to builds in Diablo 3. You you picked one or two, three builds that worked, and that's it. Now Diablo 2, yeah, you had so much more freedom with the skill tree, with all the items that you could give, and with the rune wards as well. You got to just make all these crazy builds, and then they worked. They actually worked. So, if they still haven't figured out itemization yet in D3, how the hell are they gonna do in D4? I hope they prove me wrong. That's my goal, is prove me wrong. That's all I'm saying. So, lastly, PvP. Where the hell was in D3? They had all that time to make some sort of PvP arena, or I remember them showing off earlier in Diablo 3 days, like all this PvP, like arena, 2v2, 3v3, stuff like that. Where is it? Where is it? Did they save it for D4? I hope so, but shit. Diablo 2 was so much easier. You're hostile, and there was griefing involved. Figure out the griefing. Hey, like throw, can I hostile you? Yes or no? Yes, and then there you go. You know, then take off hostile if you're done with it. I don't know. Figure something out. But I think Diablo 4 is going to be more of a disappointment, unfortunately. So that's my thoughts on it. Blizzard, prove me wrong, please. Later.